Golf has played an important part in our communities for centuries. In fact, New Zealand has the second largest number of golf courses per capita in the world. Whanganui's oldest club, Belmont, has been around for 125 years and retains its place among the top 20 golf clubs in New Zealand. But, like many clubs, it would be nowhere without a group of volunteers.
We started in 2012. A big storm went through Whanganui and smashed the course. There were trees down everywhere, all across the course. It was closed for 2 or 3 weeks. So we all banded together with people with chainsaws and came out here and started clearing. That went on for months and months and months before we could get it all cleared up. And then the group sort of said, well, why don't we just keep on going? And since 2012 we've been meeting on a weekly basis and just doing whatever's required.
Even with the volunteers, balancing the club's books is a problem. The club has sold the practice range and is looking to subdivide further.
That idea is in its infancy, so we've got a long way to go before that comes to any fruition. But we've flagged it with the members. The general response has been really, really good. And if you were to ask why we're doing that, well, we need the money, like everybody. And, golf clubs struggle, with 1 or 2 exceptions.
With income in mind, the clubhouse was rebuilt as a function rooms for hire after a fire in 2001 burnt down the original building. While it does bring in some income, the club has had to think creatively to supplement its memberships, even planting pine trees.
And they harvested those a few years ago, and that was much needed income for the club. Apart from that, it's a real balancing act, because some years ago the club here had a membership of 1,000 or whatever, but well before my time, and it was really humming. Over time, our memberships decreased, and you could probably ask most other clubs in the country, or indeed around the world. So that's our next big challenge. What do? How do we get members and people interested in playing golf?
While golf is considered a relaxing game, 18 holes is also a good workout, and for some the game is nothing short of confounding.
It's a game of fractions, and you can enjoy it by being able to hit the ball well and consistently, or you can flounder around, like a beached whale and not hit anything consistently and wonder why you do it. It's a game that can do your head in. Maybe that's the masochist in all of us. It keeps drawing us back. You can have a really bad round and then say to yourself, bugger it, I'm not going to give in to this. So you come back and thrash yourself again the next week. But that's the beauty of the game in an odd way. It's wonderful. Yeah.
It's subscription time again, so for those thinking of joining, the best advice is to get lessons, even if you think you can play.
I've had lessons and still get them occasionally. It's great because you get into bad habits, and a coach will sort out your bad habits and straighten you up.
Despite being closed over lockdowns, COVID has seen an increase in visiting players keen to get out and enjoy the course with its mature trees and gardens. We've had a heap of people who have come through and visited our course, never played it before, and they've come from all over the country, which is great. It would be good if that could continue, but we know, realistically, once the borders reopen, those people will probably go overseas for their holiday like they were always going to do. While volunteers do the gardens, experienced greenkeepers are in charge of the course, and Belmont's greenkeeper is a lifer.
I played golf since I was about 12, and for some reason I always wanted to be a greenkeeper, and then I got into jib stopping, and then all of a sudden a job came up here 20 years ago, and here I am now. Greenkeeping is a trade where you just keep learning all your life. You'll never got it conquered. You come up with something and you think you've got the right recipe, and that mightn't work in the next month or the next year. Dealing with Mother Nature, you don't know what she's going to throw at you. You can think I'm going to do this next month, and you go into look at September. It was the wettest September on record. For anyone else interested in taking up greenkeeping, David says there are plenty of vacancies for greenkeepers both in New Zealand and throughout the world. And there is always room for more volunteers at Belmont Golf Course in Whanganui. Georgie Ormond, Local Focus.